big trees growing right beside the river flowing, tall and green and full of fruit and rooted.
Good morning. The Jeremiah passage that we based last year's curriculum on talked about how the person who trusts God is like a tree with deep roots planted by a river. Now this tree with these deep roots grows tall and strong and healthy. And today I want to talk a bit about the trunk of the tree. The trunk of a tree grows in rings. So each year the trunk goes a little wider and a little taller, adding another ring to itself. And as you probably know, if we take a cross-section of a tree trunk, we can see the rings, and they can tell us the story of the tree. Thinner rings show years of drought when the tree didn't grow very much, and thicker rings mark years of great weather and good nutrients. We can also see in those rings damage that might have been done to the tree, and we can see how it is healed. Everything the tree has lived through is there, in its trunk, if we take the time to study it, to listen to the tree's story. And every tree trunk story is unique. Even trees of the same type that grow right next to each other do not grow at the same pace or in the same way. One of the things that I love about the camp community is that each of us is unique. We are all trees growing in the same forest, but we each have our own stories and experiences. I don't think camp would be quite as fun or as special if we all came from the same kind of place, the same kind of family, the same geographic place, the same way of understanding God, the same kind of faith community, the same kind of abilities. Now I know there are some significant similarities in the majority of us at camp, campers and staff. It's true. And it is nice to be with folks who are easy to understand and that you're comfortable being around. But the real magic happens, I think, when we are planted next to trees with a very different story than ours. I came back to working at camp when I was 41 years old, teaching Bible to the day campers. That summer, I was part of a team of 20 to 23-year-olds, all with very different life experiences than mine. None of them were married or had kids. None had finished a university degree, never mind 3. But as we shared our stories with each other and lived life together for a while, and we each made a new ring in our trunks together, I found myself inspired and challenged and included and encouraged in a way that I have rarely experienced anywhere else. It wasn't always easy, but it was really good. And 5 years later, I'm still growing and adding to my rings within this beautifully diverse forest that is camp. And I haven't even talked about the younger staff and the campers and the volunteers that also add their unique stories. Now, last year was unique in and of itself. And here's a little glimpse into our pop-up and day camps from last summer.
Blessed are those children who will trust in God each day, no matter where or why or how or what they're doing. They are like the big trees growing right beside the river flowing, tall and green and full of fruit and rooted deep and strong. We bear much fruit, we fear no drought. Our leaves are green, we take the heat. Blessed are those children who will trust in God each day, no matter where or why or how or what they're doing. They are like the big trees growing right beside the river flowing, tall and green and full of fruit and rooted deep and strong. We bear much fruit, we fear no drought. Our leaves are green, we take the heat. Blessed are those children who will trust in God each day, no matter where or why or how or what they're doing. They are like the big trees growing right beside the river flowing, tall and green and full of fruit and rooted deep and strong. We bear much fruit, we fear no drought. Our leaves are green, we take the heat. Blessed are those children who will trust in God each day, no matter where or why or how or what they're doing. They are like the big trees growing right beside the river flowing, tall and